Hey everyone, I'm Smiha. Welcome to another watercolor tutorial. Today we're going to paint this leaf. I started by doing a really rough sketch underneath the paper and effects layer, and we're going to paint on a different layer that's underneath that drawing. I'm going to select the color blocking number 1 brush and start with the layer underneath the drawing. I picked 3 values from my reference painting, basically dark, medium, and light, so I can go back and forth in between them when I'm painting. I added them to a palette so I can reference them very quickly. I'm going to select the color blocking brush again, then start at the layer underneath the drawing and kind of go over the reference drawing and create a bounding enclosed area where I'm going to drop the darkest most color in the shades and create a bounded designated area where we're going to paint on. Next, I'm going to select the layer and select Alpha Lock. This will ensure that when we're painting, it won't go outside of the leaf. Next, I'm going to select the lightest most value and select the color blocking brush again and go back to the same layer, and looking at the reference wherever my light is falling, I'm going to block out those areas. Very roughly blocking the areas along the veins of the leaf wherever light is hitting. Don't worry about making it too perfect because we're going to blend it all. Next, I'm selecting the medium value, then going back in and kind of capturing the area right outside the lightest value so we can have a very nice blend between the dark to the medium to the light. Next, we're going to select the number 2 wash brush and go back to the same layer and start blending them all together. A nice and easy brush stroke along the veins, kind of outwards. In places, I'm kind of dragging the color in and out so they can all look like they're going the same direction. The nice thing about this wash brush is that it truly gives you the effect of a watercolor brush stroke. At this point, it's starting to mimic a leaf, but we still have a few more steps to go. Then we're going to select the number 1 brush again, select the lightest most value, and draw along the main vein of the leaf. This kind of mimics the fold at the center of the leaf. Let's go back and redefine the areas where light is hitting the most so we can start to create a more realistic look. Now let's select the wash brush and blend these areas really well. Now we're going to turn on the drawing layer back again and go back to the painting layer, select the color blocking brush, the darkest value, and go over the veins on either side of the leaf. This will start to mimic the veins on each side of the leaf. Then we're going to go back and select the wash brush again and start to blend right underneath these areas that we blocked out for the veins. So then, why? When you make these darker areas softer, it mimics a softer shadow. Now we're basically dragging out the shadows more to give it a more of an illusion of depth. Now we're going to select the number 21 detail brush and select the darkest of my values, make it even further darker, and redefine the veins further.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he describes by creating an imaginary picture. Usually it's something that moves.
Then blurring the lines again using the wash brush. Next, we're going to go back and select the lightest value again and make it even more lighter so we can start to accentuate the areas where light's hitting the most even further. This will give it a very nice glossy effect of light on the leaf. Back to blending it with the wash brush again. Just notice wherever light hits, if you blend in the edges of the light with the surrounding, it really creates an illusion of a glossiness. Cleaning up and blending some of the areas that are still a little bit harsh, and we're almost done. Last but not the least, we're going to select the layer underneath the leaf painting and create a shadow area by painting a grayish colored boundary. Let's select the wash brush again and soften the edges of the shadow. Almost done, just refining the edges to make it look like a realistic shadow. The brush that I'm using is part of the Indigo Watercolor brush set that comes with its own canvas. I'm going to link it down below so you guys can check it out. And that's it. That's how you draw a leaf in Procreate. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next video.